what that means. Stay bricked up.
I'm picking Big Bird just off the fact of the beak, bro. The talents, even though the talents,
the talents on the streets.
He did, bro.
Yeah,
he grew up on the streets.
He's from the streets in New York, man.
Oh.
Yeah, Dr. Phil did that. No, but he basically invented trash TV, which all these spin-offs, like Maury and all these other shows were made to compete with Jerry Springer, and none of them could.
Yeah, I mean, his shows were pretty fucking entertaining. I actually know a guy, or I don't know a guy. I know a guy that knows a guy because I saw him talking about it on Facebook like a year ago, and he was like, "This is so crazy. This is a video of my boy," and it's like one of his friends that was on the show, and it was like one of the super famous clips where they do like the paternity test.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "You are not the father," and he's like jumping up and down, going nuts. And he's like, "It's so crazy. My boy's on the show." Dude, I was driving on the way here. I saw on a billboard they're doing a diabetes expo tomorrow. You trying to go?
That sounds thrilling.
Yeah.
Is Wilford Brimley going to be there?
Dude,
or is he dead? I think he's dead.
If I had to guess, I'd say he's dead because if he's not, dude, he's been like
he was
80
old
years
30
old
years ago.
For 30 years.
Yeah.
So, but dude, I was sitting there, I was driving, I looked up, I was like, expo? Because normally, like, if it's at an expo center or whatever, it's like, oh, come to Comic-Con, come do whatever, have fun. I'm like, are people like going to this thing like
it's probably just like a
as
trade
fans,
show?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bringing their donuts.
Diabetes, yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just dabbling in diabetes. I'm just here, like I'm just
trying
a
it
fan.
out.
I'm just a fan.
Dabbling in it.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like,
no expert.
How fucking fat do you think the people are that are there? like on average, they're all overweight.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm overweight, you know, but I'm not going to the diabetes expo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to score some free insulin.
It's got to be for doctors, though.
I mean, it's pretty common for like older people to get it, but I doubt older people are going to the expo. That's probably going to just be like, I'm fat and proud.
I feel like
it's
most
just like
people,
an industry trade
most
show.
old people that have diabetes pretend like they don't have it. You know what I mean? They're like, I can eat this candy.
Well, like my dad had diabetes for a short
diabetes
for a short time, but the doctor was like, "Here, you have like." I guess the earlier stages of diabetes is like if you change your diet and start exercising, then so he did. Now he doesn't have it.
The same thing happened with my dad, and he had the early signs of diabetes, and then he started eating healthier and then working out and stuff, and then like 10 years later he just had it. They said like it went away, but then
it's probably
it's a genetic thing. Like I have probably 5 people in my family that have diabetes, but yeah, I was just. In my head, like obviously I knew that it was for doctors or whatever.
Like, what the hell goes on here?
But my thoughts were, I was like, that's pretty sick.
The after parties must be great.
You know? Like, yeah, I was like, that's pretty sick.
Or they're gonna have donuts there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have y'all seen this new drug that they've been giving people for diabetes? That people, there's this new drug. I don't remember or know what the name of it is, but there's this shot that people take. Sort of like insulin, whatever.
I was gonna say, is it called insulin?
It's not insulin, but it's something. It's a new drug that's just come out like in the past year or two, and people that don't have diabetes are taking it because the main side effect for it is weight loss.
Yeah, I've seen
and so
that
there's
advertised.
been like a lot of people that have been buying it. Like, for a while there, you could buy it from a doctor without a prescription. Now they're like, you have to have diabetes to get it.
Sell it on the street now.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Dude, if it's a fucking weight loss drug, like legitimately, there's black market.
Yeah.
Like,
well, is it unhealthy
that's
to
an
take
open
it in
market.
order to lose weight? I'm sure at some capacity it is.
I mean, it's got to fuck up your, what is it, endocrine system or something? Your insulin levels.
I mean, it'd be nice if they found that that's like a weight loss solution that isn't unhealthy or something. But chances are, if you're doing it without diabetes, and I mean, there's probably a reason they're not just selling it for weight loss. It's probably bad. You're probably not supposed to take it unless you have diabetes.
I mean, people desperate for weight loss are probably the ones who are using it.
Yeah, it'll probably cause other medical issues.
Okay, but
something.
tinfoil hat time though. Alex Jones, like there's such a huge fucking market out there for people for like weight loss, workouts, weight loss, diets, weight loss, everything, supplements.
Yeah,
conspiracy. Conspiracy. Even if it wasn't bad for you, they would be like, no, outlaw it.
Yeah, it's so fucked up though.
But it's pretty true though, because I mean, imagine if your whole entire career was based off of fitness, quote unquote.
Yes.
And then something came out that's just like, yeah, everything we thought
herbal
was just
supplements
wrong.
that have no FDA claims.
I'm not saying that this is their mindset. I'm just putting myself. This is kind of on topic. It's like if I owned a business, right, and it was a fitness or I don't know, some sort of like meal prep plan for weight loss or whatever, and this came out, I would rather lose my career and benefit mankind than be it. Like when he's dying in his bed, he's gonna be like, I did nothing but inhibit humanity's progression. Like,
Okay.
didn't you know what I mean?
You're such a pussy, bro.
What?
Nah.
That's so fucked up. You're gonna
I know
let
it's
people.
fucked up, but there's people out there that are murderers and shit.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's not beyond the scope of
I'm not
shit that people
saying
would do.
I'm not saying it's like
and then just be able to
that
sleep at
evil.
night.
I just mean like,
Oh, bro, speaking of that, I've just started watching The Pharmacist on Netflix. It's kind of about the guy who blew the whistle on the opioid epidemic. And it's like a lot of these doctors were doing, like, a normal doctor day, a busy day is 20, and they were, like, working at night and filling out, like, 76 prescriptions on the average and just going to sleep knowing that they were killing people. So it's like, yeah.
I personally know people who went down to Florida where they had those clinics.
Yeah,
and
the big one was
to
in
get prescriptions
South
to
Louisiana.
get
people were driving all the
Oxycontin.
way from Tennessee to South Louisiana to go see this doctor.
I used to work with the guy, and actually another person that I was related to, they both went down there, and they were like, oh, we can't get our pain medications from the doctors because of XYZ, so we have to go down here to get our medicine, which is really, like, they're just drug addicts.
Such a small percentage of doctors were writing like 99% of the nationwide prescriptions for. Well,
it's the same. So the same concept of like the way that California used to be or still is. How people would say they would go out there and they'd be like, "Oh, I've got arthritis," and then they'd give them like a weed prescription. Yeah. They were doing the exact same thing, except for they were doing it for pills.
Yeah, for opioids.
Opioids, like highly addictive.
Highly addictive and a hell of a lot more dangerous.
They should just like make Narcan pills and sell them as Oxycontin. Because Narcan isn't like, I get Narcan myself and won't do shit. Like, it's not bad for you if you're not on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that really works or not.
I mean, that's what I was. I mean, I've been trained with Narcan. That's what they told me. It's like anybody could just squirt Narcan up their nose. Nothing's gonna happen unless you're on opioids. Then it'll revert.
I had some Narcan because I go to like West Virginia all the time. And I don't know if y'all know this, but that place is a shithole.
Yeah.
And there's just shout out to West Virginia. It's a beautiful place, but
keep being you,
just
West Virginia.
Completely fucked up their entire economy. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. There's a lot of people out there that do drugs, so I had Narcan just in case some shit like that popped off. But I don't have it anymore because me and my cousin. It sounds like a beginning of a bad story, but we did the we did the music festival, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna give this to you. You might need it. So, because you never know, people are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was hosting a music festival, and you only have one thing of Narcan. Probably not even. That's not enough.
Yeah.
When we went to that shitty food truck festival thing, like two years back, there was like just a stand there giving out free Narcan.
Were they?
Yeah.
Dude, we should have got some.
I should. I mean, it's like when I was working overnights at the gas station. It's like, man, this would have been handy to have because I've had to call police and meds on people who pass out in their cars like all the time.
Yeah, the sooner you administer Narcan, the better.
Yeah.
You remember when we found that chick on the side of the road?
Oh, I haven't heard of
at the bar.
Yeah, was that outside of? Yeah,
downtown. We were downtown at the bars.
I didn't remember you being there.
It was me, you, and
overdosing like a we were like, damn, but before we could call 911, we could hear the sirens. Like, they showed up, and we were like, all right, give him some space. And then some drunk asshole was like, oh, my
God.
Give him some space. And then, like, leaning over her. And I'm like, dude, you're the one who needs to give her some space.
Sitting there with the phone in this bitch's face and was like, get back, give her some space. Fucking videotaping her fucking face. I'm like, dude, go fuck yourself, bro.
He was wasted. Fucking idiot.
Give her some space. I hope he watched that video later on, like sober, and just
what
like,
the fuck
dude,
is
what
this?
the fuck?
Yeah, probably did.
You know that went straight on the Snapchat story.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
On the TikTok, on Snapchat.
Yeah. Well, so AJ, you shit yourself.
Yep, finally happened.
Where at? In that chair?
Yep. Sitting right over here in this room.
I know where I'm not going to sit. That's your new gaming chair, too.
Yep, I broke it in.
And it's white.
I broke it in. We
Grayish
always
white.
talk about these shit stories, and we're like, don't mention it unless it actually happens. Don't be like, oh, I almost shit myself today. No.
No, I do that
And
all
so
the
as
time.
soon as it happened, I texted Elijah. I was like, well, it happened. Unfortunately, it's no good story. I have good shit stories. Revert back to episode, we can put it in the comments or something. Episode like 2 or
It's
something.
episode 1.
Episode 1, we
Yeah.
talk
That's
about
the best one.
those. I have like 2 good stories about shitting myself. This one, there's no good story. I was sitting there watching TV. I thought it was a fart, and it wasn't. That's the end of this. That's it. That's the story.
Just what happens.
I was just
sometimes.
like, oh shit, and almost like my first thought was, oh shit. My second thought was, I need to tell Elisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally text. You said, "I just shit myself" or something like that.
Yeah, I was like,
what?
it's like we were talking previously about the definition. It's like it doesn't count unless it, like the ones where you start to, but your butt cheeks catch it.
That's a shark.
We established that it doesn't count though. It has to hit the cloth. It has to breach the threshold of the cheeks and hit your underwear.
I don't,
it
did
doesn't
we
reach the
on the
cheek.
podcast?
Yeah,
Did we talk
no,
about
not on the podcast. I'm letting them know
Oh.
because we didn't talk
I
about
don't
it.
know, bro. I might recant. I feel
So,
like if you,
no,
I feel like
so
if
like the
If
rectum
you catch it
itself.
with your cheeks, I think it's a shark.
It's
but
a
if
shark.
it hits the underwear, you shit yourself.
you shit.
Okay,
your
that's
pants.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sharks don't count, you know, because it's like, well, you caught it. It almost went too far. You caught it.
Yeah.
If you can just clench and wobble like a penguin to the bathroom and wipe, and then you don't even have to change your underwear, it doesn't count.
Also, it's been a little bit over a year
I
since I
like
shit myself.
it. Went into it. I was wearing sweatpants,
It's-
so it went through both.
It's almost like
Containment breach.
okay. So
yeah.
So
it
like
breached everything. I was like, ah, well.
the shart and shitting pants. It's almost like a dichotomy of like the old. A square is a rectangle, but a rectangle's not
Yeah,
a square.
sort of
so
like that.
like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you shart, you may not shit your pants, but like if you shit your pants, you most likely sharted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
sharted.
it was liquid, but
It can count as a shark.
I don't count. I wouldn't say I shit myself if I caught it with my cheeks.
No, I'd just be like, oh, I just sharted and then run off to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's kind of usually how it goes for me.
It's been a while.
Usually
since
when
I've
we're
shit
out in the
myself.
bars.
Me too. Until a couple days ago.
Yeah.
been a long time.
A little over a year since I shit myself, and I did that at work.
Actually, I think the last time was literally. I think it was 10 years ago.
The
Oh,
story.
that's a better run than I've had.
Oh no, so Afghanistan was the first one as an adult. No, you're right. It was less than a decade ago. It was 2014 was the story. The story at
Oh,
college.
yes.
It was either 14 or 15.
Go ahead and just tell the story.
Yeah,
bro.
that,
Alright,
that
well,
was an
again.
episode
That was
one.
when I was sitting around. I smoked cigarettes at the time, sitting around a smoke table out back of the building on campus, and I know most of the people there. It's like all the smokers kind of started.
So
to get to know
you
each
and a
other.
group of people were doing a smoke break at college.
Yeah,
Right.
and I was wearing gym shorts, white ones, and I'm sitting on this outdoor bench. We're all talking, and it was one of those like I think it was a fart, and then it's warm, and I wasn't sure. I was like, I still didn't know, but I didn't want to stand up and check in front of everybody, right?
Of course. In
So
gym shorts.
Yeah, so I just to test the waters, just kind of leaned over, and immediately the smell wafts, and somebody goes, "Oh, who shit themselves?" Thinking it was a fart.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Guilty.
well, that pretty much confirms, yeah, I shit myself, but I just didn't say anything. I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit here and wait for everyone else to leave. And so I did, except for this girl who clearly started flirting with me, and it was just the two of us. And I just sat there, and I was like, the most intent, like the most involved in the conversation, or just like listening, like, yeah, okay, you know, because she was just talking and talking and talking. I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for her to
Like,
leave.
shut the fuck up.
And then it starts raining. We're sitting here in the rain, and then she's like, all right, well, I have class. I got to go. I was like, oh, yeah, I should probably go too. And I had class. I just skipped class. I had class. It was like a half hour before this. I had class. I was like, all right. So I just like, she like stands up and start, and then I like, stand up and like back up a little bit, still facing her. And it's like, okay, she turns and walks away. And I turn, and I just go straight to my car, and I just lean like this. And I drive straight home. I skipped my class, and
so you stood up and then like backpedaled like
a little bit, yeah,
like
yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yes,
moonwalk to the car.
Yeah, yep. And I just went straight home. See, that's a story. Yeah. Me sitting in my chair watching TV, and that's not a story.
That's just us getting old.
Yeah,
it's what happens. People don't think it be that way, but it do.
So we're gonna do a marry, fuck, kill. It is marry one, fuck one, kill one. South Park, Simpsons, and Family Guy.
It's an easy one for me.
Yeah, I already know mine.
I am going to marry South Park, fuck Family Guy, and kill the Simpsons.
Yeah, I do a little bit different.
Although
mine's literally the exact same as yours.
I will say though, without the Simpsons, I don't think either one of the other two shows would even exist.
Yeah, Simpsons
so it's
laid
like,
the groundwork.
I'm not like shitting on it, but it's like
Simpsons was more for a generation before.
Yeah, it's like saying
it was a trailblazer.
Yeah, bro, it's like a bicycle versus a motorcycle, dude. The motorcycle's got to be way fucking cooler.
Right, but it wouldn't exist without that.
Exactly.
It's exactly
People
how it is.
before us will like bicycles a lot. So yeah, no. I would marry Family Guy because I've been fucking marathoning that over the last couple months.
Just because you like Lois's tits.
I mean, there's more than that. I also think Glenn Quagmire's, my
Quagmire.
spirit
That's true.
animal.
You do say giggity quite a bit.
I say giggity a lot.
Yeah.
And
I love the episode he discovers internet porn.
What
What
the
the hell?
Quagmire,
that was
where
so
you
classic.
been?
What the hell?
I haven't seen you for a while.
What the hell is internet porn? Then no one sees him for months.
Yeah.
He goes out to get his mail, and his right arm is just jacked,
Just
and
like,
he's
hey,
like,
Quagmire, where you been? Oh, just inside. I'm gonna go get the mail.
he ends up
Working out? No.
No.
All right, I'm gonna go back inside now. All right, Quagmire.
Yeah. That Family Guy. So all right, I'm doing the same. I'm marrying South Park.
I wanted to marry Family Guy. Honestly,
I didn't. Yeah. South Park
because it's
so much
I grew up with it
when I was
when I was a when I was
kid,
in
I would have
middle
married Family Guy for
school
sure.
/ high school.
Yeah.
That's when Family Guy was in its heyday.
Yeah.
When it was in its motherfucking
late middle school, early high
I think it was
school.
late middle school for me, early high school.
I think South Park's just way too fucking consistent, bro.
Yeah, Family Guy. I would have married it
Park.
back in the day, but now, no, I marry South Park.
No, I love Family Guy. It appeals to my humor a little bit more, but I fuck with South Park, but I marry the Family Guy, and I can get rid of the Simpsons.
I think truly South Park shits on. If we're talking about politically, I think it shits on both sides way more
because
than
they're not
Family
afraid
Guy
to go
does.
there, whereas everyone else
And
is trying
especially
to be a little bit more sensitive to political issues and just kind of bring in the funny. Please don't hit the fucking fan.
Yeah.
He'll learn from his mistake if he does.
Well, I mean,
Or he won't.
Or he won't.
Survival of the fittest. This is how we determine who's.
So you said you're marrying Family Guy?
Yeah, marry Family Guy, fuck with South Park, and then kill Simpsons.
So we're all three the same, except you swap Family Guy and South Park.
And honestly, if we were a little bit older, I mean, I wouldn't.
We'd probably be doing some Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like if we
I didn't
had,
watch it enough.
If we had old ass Ramon here, he'd be picking Simpsons.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is like a lot of the Simpsons jokes when I was before Family Guy and South Park came on. Were kids, they'd go over your head, some of that humor.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until you start getting some of the references, that's when South Park and, South Park, even I started watching South Park in like the third grade when the kids were in the third grade in 97.
Yeah, I think I was more into it, I think, in middle school.
So, yeah, but we kept watching it when we could.
Family Guy?
But we didn't understand much of it. And then Family Guy kind of came out when I'm a little bit older, more mature, and I can get most of the references and jokes they make. And their cutaway style of humor was pretty good and innovative at the time.
Yeah, it was innovative. Now it's kind of like a gimmick, really. But
it is,
it's more.
But it's still funny
it's not,
little jokes.
Okay, it wouldn't be a gimmick if they weren't so fucking successful, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if they weren't successful, then they'd be like, oh, it's unique.
Yeah. A lot of their running jokes are good. They've been going on for like 20 years.
Seth MacFarlane is an artist. Yes. He is hilarious. He's a master of his trade.
You want to hear a mind-blowing fact?
What?
Did you know Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on Flight 11 or whatever it was for 9/11 that hit one of the fucking Twin Towers?
Did not know
and
that.
He was late to his fucking flight because he was hungover.
There's a lot of famous people who are supposed to be on flights on 9/11.
Dude, holy shit! I did not know that.
Legitimately, he was like getting ready to get on board, and they're like, the flight's already left, and they're like, oh shit, like yeah, so the next one's coming up, whatever. He's sitting there at the airport with another guy who was late. They're sitting there. All of a sudden, they hear. He said he's hungover, right? So this is from an interview I saw the other day. He's hungover, and he's legitimately just passed the fuck out, waiting for the next flight to come. And all of a sudden, he gets awakened to people screaming, and he wakes up, and then they see the news, and they say, you know, plane hit the tower or whatever, and then finally they say, flight blah 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 out of Boston, or I think that's where it was.
Yeah, I think.
And
2 of them came out of Boston.
Yeah, and anyway, that was it. It was their flight.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I've heard similar stories, but like people who worked in one of the Twin Towers and
right.
were late to work, like they got a flat tire or something, you know. But
I
I don't think I've heard a story of someone who's going to be on the flight itself.
I've heard from one other person. I think there's always famous people keep saying they're supposed to be on one of the flights, but
yeah, people do that.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
I like the actor. He does a lot of movies with Adam Sandler.
Rob Schneider?
No, a different one.
The guy from Grandma's Boy?
Different one.
Oh.
How many more are there?
The other guy from Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. You're probably talking about Kevin James.
Dude. Yeah.
Oh, David Spade?
Oh, no. Steve Buscemi.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Crazy
Eyes.
Yeah, Crazy Eyes.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi. He was a firefighter like a long time ago.
Yeah, he went... You go ahead.
In like the 90s or something, and became a famous actor or whatever, and then he was visiting his old fire precinct or whatever when 9/11 hit. And so he has experience as a firefighter. He wasn't employed as a firefighter at the time, but he was visiting. 9/11 hit, and he went with him and helped.
Yeah, I think you told me this story. That's
I mentioned it to you
crazy.
before, not on the podcast, but yeah, so I got a lot of respect for that dude. The weird, squirrely looking actor who does a lot of stuff with Adam Sandler. He's a pretty funny dude.
He was in Men in Black, the original one, I think. Played that one dude who kept getting his head blown off.
No, that's...
No, that wasn't him.
That
wasn't him.
Wait a minute.
He wasn't in Men in Black.
That might have been him, actually.
I think so, because there's the dude, the kind of the arms dealer pawn
I know who you're talking about.
You had the bug eyes and shit. It's like you can't just
You
do
could
makeup
be-
like
you
that
could-
when
you
have
could
Steve
be
Buscemi
right.
available.
You could be right.
curious.
Yeah.
No, that was the actor who played Monk.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't him, bro.
Tony Shalhoub. Shit, that was him?
Yeah, yep, Tony Shalhoub. That was
Wow.
him. So they both have similar traits.
They both had big ass eyes.
Yeah, it was different actor though.
It could have been Mr. Bean. I mean, honestly.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah, Rowan Atkinson.
Mr.
Oh god. His
man.
other movies where he's not Mr. Bean are fucking hilarious. I think what was that one where he was a spy? I forget what it was.
Oh
It's all the other
Was it
agents
Mr.
died.
Was it Mr. Bean? No.
No, he wasn't playing
I
Mr.
know.
Bean,
I remember
but
that one because I remember
Then I think they made
the
a second
only
one.
thing I remember about that movie is that he crawled through the fucking sewer.
Yes.
And came up
Oh,
out
it's
of the
just a little
toilet.
bit of poo.
Oh man. So we're gonna do a
right.
Mount Rushmore of cereals. Scott, do you want to go first?
Yeah. Captain Crunch.
I'm gonna be so mad he's gonna take mine.
I'm doing Fruity Pebbles.
Oh gosh, that was gonna be my second pick, but I'm going
Unexpected.
number one. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bro.
Yeah, that was the first one I thought of.
I was gonna do Fruity Pebbles if you did Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but
We all got some solid first
Fruity
picks.
Pebbles is out of the mix. I'm gonna go with Fruit Loops.
Damn it! I knew you were gonna say that. That was gonna be my next one.
You're gonna double up on the fruit?
Oh yeah, I was gonna double up on the fruit.
Damn.
I don't even like fruit, but fruit are the best.
Fruity Pebbles
cereals.
are busting,
I
bro.
think
They might be my favorite, honestly.
Yeah,
Better.
I forgot they existed. I haven't had cereal in so long.
They're so artificial, though. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
they got to be terrible for you, right?
I think my next one's gonna be a super hot take, dude. No, you guys are about to.
I'm good because
Yep.
What was
'Cause
yours?
I had Captain Crunch
With berries or without berries?
with berries.
Of course.
I was in the country. You don't get the shit without berries. That
Yeah.
You're just tearing up your
So
mouth for no reason.
mine's the next one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I have so many above this one, but honestly, I'm not a huge cereal guy anymore. As growing up, I was, and I have a long list of really good ones. And there's so many that you guys are gonna judge me hardcore, bro. I'm going Kroger Special K with the yogurt clusters.
Honestly,
It's more
sleeper
adult, but
pick,
those do
bro.
slap.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I've had that in 10 years. But those things hit.
I discovered
hard.
them in Afghanistan. They gave us those little like plastic
They're
containers
like
where you peel
white
off the
and
top.
pink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You peel off the top, and they had the only ones we had were Fruit Loops, and those. I think those were the only cereal options, and I had Fruit Loops all the time, but I had those. I think that was the first time I ever had those, and I was like, kind of fire. I didn't expect it to be good, but yeah, it's a little bit more refreshing. And
I think I have a sleeper pick, but I'm gonna wait to the very end.
Get mine. Cookie Crisp. Ooh. It's just fucking cookies, man.
Yeah, I thought it. I didn't even put it on my list though.
I'm not a big fan of Cookie Crisp, honestly.
All right, my turn again. Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
That had to be on somebody's.
That was what
bro.
I was gonna say before. I was like, you know what?
It
Special
wasn't gonna
K.
make it
But
when
I
it comes
don't
back to me.
Dude, look. Okay, I respect Lucky Charms, and I used to eat the fuck out of Lucky Charms when I was a kid.
We just pick out all the marshmallows.
They're fucking not good, bro.
No.
When I was a
Dude, if
kid, you just wanted the sugar.
You just get
Dude,
excited over
It
the
slapped.
marshmallow shapes.
It slapped
man.
when you were a kid. Your taste buds just changed.
Okay, if you get a spoonful without a marshmallow in it, it's dog shit, bro. And the fact that if you took the marshmallows out of that and you put it in a bowl, it could legitimately be cat food, bro.
Yeah.
Like
It's the same shapes,
yes,
too,
it
man.
is. It could be fucking Meow Mix,
Yep.
for all we know. I think, okay, I respect Lucky Charms, but I think if, and they probably do, if like Cheerios made something like that with marshmallows, it'd be just as good.
God.
It'd be just as good, if not better.
Some
They
Honey Nut
probably
Cheerio
do make it, bro.
marshmallow, man.
Honey Nut Cheerios and marshmallows, maybe too much sugar. Honey Nut Cheerios smack, too.
Oh yeah, that reminded me of another. Ooh.
No, you're gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm gonna save that for the last one, because this one, again,
I got two
so
back to back.
it's my turn, right?
Yes.
I'm doubling up on the Pebbles, going with Cocoa Pebbles.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
It was in the back of my mind thinking about that.
So I did. Well, what did I do? I did
You have Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Let me think. Honestly, bro,
A lot of options.
yeah, I have a lot of options. I'm gonna go ahead with my sleeper because I have back to back. Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah,
bro.
that was the one I just added.
Dude,
Yeah,
as soon as
yeah.
you said honey nut Cheerios, you said, "Ooh, I have one." I was like, "No, you don't. I swear to God, no, you take my fucking Honey Bunches of Oats."
If I
No,
didn't
that
do
shit's
Cocoa
good.
Pebbles,
Yeah.
I was gonna do that one.
Honey Bunches of Oats is good. Oh, dude, I'm kind of blanking right now.
I don't even know what I'm. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do on my last one. Yeah, we already got Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That was my favorite growing up.
Dude,
that
we
and
have
Lucky
a
Charms.
bunch of the hitters already.
Yeah.
Oh, Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Yeah, I got that on my list
Yeah,
too.
dude, that's got to be it.
I remember when the ads
I gotta
first
have
came out
one-
when I was a kid, I was like, they did fucking what? First came out, I was just like, Reese's is doing cereal?
Yeah. I mean, Reese's Puffs hit so fucking hard back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day they did.
Go ahead, bro. It's you again.
I'm also doubling up on the Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, I thought about Cocoa Puffs. I was like, dude, Reese's Puffs
I'm
is
running
better.
out of-
Reese's
yeah.
Puffs is better.
I think as a kid I thought that. Well, I don't know. Again, it's been so long since I've had either of them. It's hard to say right now.
Cocoa Puffs. They had a good commercial.
I remember when I was in England, I loved their ads. They'd go Cocoa Puffs.
Ooh, okay. I got it now.
I got one that. Go ahead.
Honeycombs.
Oh, dude, I was just thinking.
forgot about
I
that.
almost forgot
I
about
was gonna
those.
say that, but I was like, well, he might
Dude,
say it.
I probably would have said that if I thought of it as
Bro,
opposed to
I
Cocoa
don't
Puffs.
think that they make honeycomb anymore.
No, they still do.
Do they?
Yeah, or at least the generic ones they do still.
Probably. Do you remember
that's all of them.
y'all remember the commercial back in the day? They had the like crazy like thing.
Yeah, honeycomb.
Yeah, dude,
I
I,
thought-
forgot all about honey.
I was surprised
honeycomb.
you said honeycomb. I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
say.
he was like this little Crash Bandicoot ball shit.
I thought you. Yeah. I thought you were gonna say tricks, bro.
Yeah, I have that
I
on my
thought
list.
about it.
What's on your list?
What that we haven't said?
Honorable mention.
Frosted Flakes.
I was about to do that,
Literally,
but then
that's
I thought
the
of
only
honeycomb.
one that wasn't said.
They're so basic though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
You know what I mean?
classic.
I
Yeah.
literally just put everything I could think of and put them in order. But honestly, literally everyone has said every single one on my list except for Frosted
I
Flakes.
almost went Frosted Flakes for the last one, but then last second I remembered honeycomb existed.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't remember about Honeycomb or Honey Bunches of Oats. Both those are fire.
Honey Bunches of Oats, top tier, dude. Honestly, a sleeper pick that would make me sound like a grandpa. Raisin Bran Crunch, bro.
I was thinking about putting Raisin Bran of some sort on there, no Raisin Bran Crunch, but I mean,
It's
even
been
as a
too
kid,
long,
I
I
fucking
don't
love
really
Raisin
remember.
Bran.
Dude, you're old, like me,
Yeah.
like all of us now, getting old.
need
Raisin
that
Bran, you
brand.
need to try it, bro. It's good.
It's got
And
2
the
scoops of
raisins, I swear they coat
I
the
don't like
raisins.
raisins though.
They, well,
Yeah, I
okay,
think
well,
they're
then you
coated
might
in
not
sugar
like it.
because they got that little
have
white
to be
powder on there.
coated in sugar, bro.
They got that little white residue on there.
Ooh, you know what was also slapped as a kid? The fucking Dino Egg oatmeal.
Oh,
dinosaur
yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
shit.
God.
You know, I
bro.
bought a box of those last year.
Nice.
They weren't as good though, were they?
No.
No,
It's still fun,
but they
though.
were dope.
I'm glad I bought it though. It was
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
it reminisced a little bit. So just to recap our choices. Let's see. In order from Scott, me to Elijah. Scott picked Captain Crunch, Cookie Crisp, Lucky Charms, and Honeycomb. Last two were your
Solid.
best two. Actually, Captain Crunch.
Probably.
A lot of yours are
Captain
good. Yes,
Crunch is
solid.
good, bro.
That's true. That you're right. Yeah. I got Fruity Pebbles, Special K, Cocoa Pebbles, and Cocoa Puffs. Fruity Pebbles and Special K are my best ones.
Fruity Pebbles, top tier.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruit Loops, Honey Bunches of Oats, and Reese Puffs.
I think I did pretty good.
I think
Not bad, not bad.
Scott's list is pretty fucking good too.
it's literally best, second best, worst. I'm
You
not
have
saying
Special K, bro.
Yeah, no.
Fuck out of
Special
here.
Special K is probably all right. As an adult now, I think Special
okay.
K might be one of the best.
I still think Elijah's got the,
As a
the
kid,
second.
it was trash. As an adult,
Yeah.
it's fire.
Okay, no. How do I have second after you?
Because I killed it.
Yours won't go. Lucky Charms, ass.
No.
Fucking what? Okay,
But
what
it's
were yours?
iconic.
No,
You were always excited to
Honeycomb's
have it.
good.
Lucky Charms when I was a kid though was
Yeah.
if I got to pick one, I'd pick Lucky Charms.
Oh, dude. Also,
As a kid.
another sleeper.
That's a hard two. We should have done like best as a kid and best as an adult or something. I don't know.
Honey
What?
Smacks, bro.
Oh, yeah.
With the frog,
Yeah.
or was it the
Yeah,
one with
yeah,
the
it was
frog?
the frog.
And then they had the golden
Honey Smacks?
Golden
whatever.
Grams
What,
had the
not
bear.
it was the bear. Honey Smacks. It was just like puffed rice that was like coated
Kind
in
of.
honey.
They weren't sweet enough for me.
Yeah, pops were not that great.
Oh, I remember those.
Pops are
Corn
like
Pops.
pops are the same thing as
like
as
Kix.
honeycomb. Yeah, Kicks and pops are the same fucking
Except
thing.
Pops had a little honey coating
But-
and Kicks didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they're the same thing as honeycomb. But honeycomb's cool.
Yeah. Because
Like-
they're a little honeycomb shape, man.
Yeah,
That's great.
for sure.
Yeah. Honeycombs were fire. I never liked Pops.
Honey Smacks are smacking.
They're pretty,
I don't think I've ever had that.
It's just straight up sugar.
pretty much.
That's all kid cereal
Yeah,
is.
but it's like straight up
Yeah.
sugar.
Honey Smacks?
Yeah. Also, okay, Frosted Flakes are goated,
Okay.
but they're just they're too generic.
I remember that now. I had to
You know,
look
They're
at
like
it.
the default breakfast cereal. If
You-
it's like, I
I'm-
need the most generic breakfast cereal ever,
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
And-
I've seen that.
But it also has the same downfall as every other flaked cereal, is that it gets so fucking soggy immediately. Like same thing with like the Rice Krispies,
Got all
bro.
that surface area.
The fucking Rice Krispie cereal, that shit sucked, bro. You
You
had
hear
to,
it
you have
crackling,
to
that's it
put
getting soggy.
you have to put fucking sugar on there, unless you get the chocolate ones, which they're all right, but it's still not Cocoa Pebbles, bro.
Cocoa Pebbles are good. Fruity Pebbles are even better. Dude, I want to buy Fruity Pebbles now.
Dude, you ever had a Fruity Pebble Rice Krispie treat, bro?
Yeah.
No.
You could also do that with Cocoa Pebbles as well. It's
Yeah.
pretty baller.
I've only had
It's
regular.
amazing. People put weed in it.
I mean,
I
obviously.
mean,
Yeah.
they put weed in everything.
Actually, Rose has been making
I mean, you
Rice
get those-
Krispie treats.
Oh, she has. Yeah, I know.
Literally lately, like she's been on a binge lately.
Well,
I
you
need
should
to
get some.
I need to
Yeah.
get some Fruity Pebbles and dude,
You
I'm
could
adding
also
it
do
to the
with
list.
Cocoa
Yeah.
Puffs. Like they even sell those bars. You can just
Cocoa
buy bars
Puffs.
from machine. They're just like
Cocoa Puffs.
cereal bars. They're kind of like
Yeah, they put like the little bit of milk.
They used
whatever.
to, but now they're just straight up like Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
I remember
Dude,
when they
Rice
did put the
Krispie
milk
treats
one, but
are underrated.
I know. They're great.
They're
all
underappreciated.
So easy.
And they're so it's just like
so
what
easy
marshmallow.
You can mix in M&Ms or
it's like marshmallow butter and then fucking
melted marshmallows.
Hot take.
Used.
I never liked Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, they're great. Fuck you. It's like I'll eat one the size of my head.
I know it's a hot take.
No comment.
Even as a kid, I didn't like it as a kid.
I think
back when I liked sweets a lot more, I still didn't.
The problem with homemade Rice Krispie treats is that they go stale a lot faster. Yeah. Sometimes they're like a fucking brick.
You don't have all those preservatives.
Exactly. That's why the ones that you get in little packs of blue, those things, they literally, you open them up and they just fall apart. They're fucking.
But when you get them like fresh out of the oven, just cooled down a little bit, and they're just like still kind of gooey,
yes,
falling apart in your hand, that's the good stuff.
I should have got stuff for cookies tonight.
Oh yeah, I thought about texting you to make cookies too.
Damn it! I thought about that when I was just at the store and I was like, should I get stuff for cookies? I was like,
maybe he'll do it at $3.50 this time instead of $4.50.
Actually, I might already have shit for. I can check. Possibly. Speaking of which, let's take a break. This one's gonna be hard, I think, kind of.
Oh no.
Okay, so we're gonna do a Fight Club and then probably close it out shortly after that. But the Fight Club here is that it's gonna be a childhood classic, and it's going to be Barney versus Big Bird. Fight to the death. Who do you think wins?
I gotta go with Barney because, well, he's got teeth and shit and is a fucking dinosaur.
Okay, but his teeth are fucking blunted.
Yeah.
But also, don't get me wrong, so he kind of has the hippo aspect going on there.
Yeah.
So
I feel like he would have dude, I feel like his bite force would be unreal.
Yes. Like, it don't matter if his teeth are blunt because he's still gonna bite your head off.
So I think
straight break a bone.
I think Barney has size on his side
and teeth, big mouth.
Which one's taller? Can you look that up?
I think Big Bird is. I'm kind of looking it up now.
Big Bird's fucking tall as fuck.
Big Bird's a little chunky mofo too, bro.
He also has a fucking like beak and shit.
Yes, bro.
And he has floofy fingers, but I guarantee you underneath those are fucking claws, like talons.
I don't think he even has to use.
Look at this bird. Look at this bird. Look at the fucking talons.
Bird.
Those talons are sharp as shit.
Well, have you seen his feet? They're fucking huge, bro.
Yeah. What if he could disembowel you like a fucking ostrich?
He probably could. I guarantee you that he could.
I'm going Big Bird.
Well, his knees don't.
I'm going Big Bird off the rip, just because.
Even though Barney is bigger, kind of like gorilla versus grizzly bear.
Where grizzly bear wins.
Yeah, but grizzly bear. Okay.
I mean, Siri
not
even
even
said.
gonna get it.
Siri even said.
Dude, a grizzly bear has teeth and strength and size.
We've talked about that.
And it's fucking faster.
We even asked Siri right after the podcast ended one day when Ramon was
not
here,
as agile.
And Siri even said that grizzly bear wins.
But I'm picking Big Bird just off the fact of the beak, bro. Fuck the talents. Even though the talents,
the talents on the streets.
He fucking did, bro.
Yeah.
He grew up on the streets.
He's from the streets in New York, man.
I'm taking Big Bird just because of the beak alone. That beak, bro, if we're talking about Big Bird, and let's just say it's not like a fucking plush beak, dude, one strike
and you know
of the beak to your heart, to your heart, bro, you're fucked.
So I wasn't looking it up. I was looking up their size. But it's a Reddit page, all right?
Oh.
And I found this person says Barney's teeth are completely flat.
Yeah.
Indicated of an herbivore, despite the apparent carnivore appearance. Big Bird, on the other hand, has massive talons and an insanely large beak.
It's a predator. It's a predatory bird.
The Muppet goes for the throat as Barney tries to give him a great big hug.
You're reading somebody's.
Big Bird wins. Don't mess with the.
I think Big Bird. Okay, so Big Bird doesn't really even have like fists or anything like that, but
dude, there's a whole scenario.
I still think that Big Bird has the reach advantage.
Yes.
Look at this. Look at this scenario. He literally wrote a book for a scenario where.
All right, don't read all that.
Oh, I'm not. We don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm just saying, I think even though Barney actually has hands, I think that Big Bird has such.
I'm asking AI.
Has such. I thought about doing it earlier. Big Bird has such a far reach just with the whole, like, he's already so tall and he just leans over like one of those fucking those water
birds.
The water birds. Think about how far that is. He's probably like 7 foot tall. That's got to be like a fucking 3 or 4 foot reach alone. Straight to the top. Dude, fuck getting hit in the heart. That he could hit Barney right in the top of the fucking head.
Yeah, true. Speaking of water birds, I got a funny story from work. It was one of my first managers on night shift. We're going through the office, and someone has one of those water birds on top of the cubicle, and he just barely touches it, and the whole thing fucking falls apart. It's someone else's shit. He's like,
yeah. It's somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, but like barely touched it because he wanted to get it to go, just barely touch it, and like absolutely every single part of it popped off.
I can't grab my... The bird won't let me let him go. So I asked this app I have, and it's like, I do not promote or condone violence between any individuals, including characters, especially Big Bird and Barney, who are both beloved children's characters. So we're going to have to use another one.
I think also, though, to be devil's advocate for Barney is a fucking tank. I feel like he could take a couple blows. I feel like even if you tried to disembowel him with the talons, he would still be able to. He would still be able to fight, bro. He's got a gut on him, bro, and a half.
He's got that dinosaur skin too, so it's probably thick as fuck.
I really wanted to see what the AI was going to say. We're going to have to look that up later.
What did you fucking type in?
Describe a fight between Big Bird and Barney. Explain who wins.
All right, so ChatGPT. Jesus, they just wrote me a fucking long ass.
Fucking awful.
It's saying Big Bird. Okay, it says Barney is a purple dinosaur who is known for his friendly and playful demeanor. He is not depicted as being particularly strong or aggressive, but he is quite large and has a sturdy build. He's also known for his singing and dancing abilities, which could potentially distract Big Bird. Big Bird, on the other hand, is a yellow 8 foot tall Jesus Christ bird who is known for his curiosity and kindness. While he's not traditionally depicted as being aggressive, he's quite strong and has a large wingspan that could be used for defense. He's also known for his ability to navigate complex situations and solve problems, which could give him an advantage in a fight. In the end, the outcome of the fight between Barney could depend on a variety of factors, such as setting, the rules of the fight, blah, blah, blah.
No rules.
It's possible Big Bird may have the advantage in a physical altercation.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it.
Well, I guess I'm wrong.
I mean, I just said, who do you think would win a fight?
Yeah.
And it just said Big Bird. So I think, personally, Big Bird takes it. Dude.
Big Bird's
He's
also
8
from the
foot tall.
He's 8 foot tall. He grew up on the mean
big as
streets
fuck.
of Sesame, and you know he's got a switchblade hidden in there
and
somewhere.
he's got the fucking he's got the beak, he's got the claws,
and he's from the
Big
inner
Bird
city.
just gonna give you a hug.
Dude. One thing I didn't think about was the wingspan, though. Yeah. Like, he's not gonna be getting any like significant blows with the wing, but
he's gonna get from far away.
If Barney like tries to come at him and bite him, he might put a wing up, and he might bite a feather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could just
like,
and then Big Bird's gonna come in for the win.
All right, I'm thinking we're gonna say Big Bird wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we have another one that we were talking about doing? No. There was another one.
Oh yeah, Zee from Antz versus Flick from Bugs Life. I'm down. I think Zee takes it.
Dude, Zee definitely takes it over Flick. Yeah. Although Flick, I feel like, is a lot more resourceful.
Pussies.
Yeah.
Flick is a lot more resourceful, but I'll be honest.
Zee is a revolution.
He's more
leader.
innocent, I think.
Dude, Zee is a combat veteran.
Yeah, he's a combat veteran.
Do you remember that when they go to war with the roly-polies and he goes out there and just sees fucking roly-polies and ants get like decapitated and torn to shreds, bro?
Yeah. It's like, just get back from Guadalcanal and then you got to fight Flick with his little hat.
I think Zee's a revolution leader. He led an insurrection.
Yeah, I think Zee wins if you gave Flick. Okay, I'll put it this way. I feel like it's a Kevin McAllister scenario. If you give Flick like a week, of preparation, he's gonna make a fake bird that's gonna come down and eat Zee. But if we're talking full blown hand to hand combat, Zee is legitimately a combat veteran, has been in the shit.
He's gonna fucking rip your fucking head off.
Yeah.
And then eat your heart.
Yeah, this isn't Home Alone. Zee's gonna take his pickaxe and just lodge it into Flick's skull.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's unanimous. Z wins.
Z wins. Yeah.
Z.
I think I kind of want Flick to win though.
I kinda
he's
do
like
too,
he's like a
but-
He's more
scrappy-
lovable.
He's
Yeah.
definitely way more lovable.
He's just got more luck and less. He
He's
does less on his own.
He's smarter though. He's smarter than Z. It's just that
I'd say
Z's
so.
just too much of a badass. Let's be real. And he's not really a badass, but he's just got more.
comparatively
he's got more grit. You know?
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think enough to take the W.
Well, all right, guys. I think that's it for the podcast.
Yeah.
I know it's a short one, but I think it was a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching, and stay bricked up.
Pistachio says goodbye.
Stay bricked up.
Stay bricked up.
Stay bricked up.